Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Breaking right now, thousands waking up in the dark due to a widespread power outage on Wilmington and Tybee Islands. When crews expect to restore power this morning.
Troubling claims coming to light this morning about the friend of a Savannah native and Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. The case involving the Republican mega donor that went before the Supreme Court.
And former South Carolina attorney turned convicted murderer Alec Murdaugh now facing new indictments.
Thanks so much for joining us here on WJCL 22. Good morning. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Frank Solkowski. It is hump day, my peeps. And another one of my peeps is here right now. Melissa Hall, meteorologist, taking a look at that forecast. What do we got on tap, Mel?
I'll tell you what, my friend, it is a nice day, but we do have those little light scattered shower chances right back in the forecast. And we're going to go from actually light scattered shower chances to rain wanting to really return to the forecast as we get closer to the weekend. So enjoy this while it lasts. Beautiful shot from Harbor Town. You can see a little wind out at the coastline out of the northeast, but look at these temperatures, 64. And most of us in the 60s out by the Atlantic. We just crossed to those upper 50s in Savannah and over in Richmond Hill as well. And you see those 50s as you make your way westward. But today it's going to be a nice one. We'll have a mix of sunshine and clouds. We want to stay dry through the first part of the morning. That sunrise not too far off, about 46 minutes from now, and those temperatures going to be comfy for it. Going out to the Savannah Challenger at the landings, it's a nice one for it, but make sure you have that WJCL 22 News app because we do have those shower chances today, tomorrow, and overnight Thursday into Friday. That's when we see our best chance of rain. But that weather pattern, we might be staying comfortable in the temperatures, but things are about to get busy out there, and we could see some severe weather as we make our way into the weekend. I'll tell you more about that here in just a little while.
Well, we do have that breaking news this morning where thousands of people are without power on Wilmington and Tybee Islands.
Our Nakaya Carrero is joining us live from Wilmington Island this morning, where crews have been working all night to restore power. Nakaya, how's it going out there?
Hey guys, Georgia Power is still out here near Highway 80 working to restore the power for thousands of people out here on the island, and they actually pushed back the expected time for power to be put back on since we got out here earlier this morning. Let's show you a map of exactly where we are located near Quarterman Drive and Johnny Mercer Boulevard. This is where a tree fell onto a transmission pole and caused this widespread outage. We also want to show you video of what we saw when we made it out here this morning. Streets were nearly pitch black with street lights out. The outage was caused, like we said, by a tree that fell onto a transmission pole. And Georgia Power initially said that power would be back on around 6 a.m. Well, it's 6 a.m. and power is not back on. They're now saying on their website 8 a.m. Let's take a live look at the Georgia Power outage map. It is saying that around 4,000 people are without power on Tybee Island and around 700 on Wilmington Island. Now, if you are traveling this way where we are located along Johnny Mercer Boulevard, there is a Chatham County police officer who will be directing drivers to turn around. And also, if you are, getting up and heading to work and getting ready to take those kids to school, you are going to want to drive slowly because traffic lights are out this morning. We're going to continue to stay on this like we have from the night now into the morning. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much. Our Nakaya Carrero live for us this morning out on Wilmington Island. Now, Georgia Power customers, a little heads up, get ready to have a rise in your power bill. The company says customers across the state will see a 12% increase starting in June. The goal is to cover the higher costs of natural gas and coal burned by 2.7 million customers. Let's go ahead and give you a sample of what you can expect. If your bill is around $80 a month, you'll now pay around $90 starting this summer. And if you pay around $150, you could see a bill up to $170.
It is Ladies' Day out at the Savannah Challenger Tennis Tournament. The tournament brings some of the best male tennis players from around the world here to the hostess city. And today there are some extra perks for the ladies. That event is in partnership with the nonprofit Savannah Area Tennis Association. Money raised at the tournament will go towards helping the organization, which offers low-cost programs for kids and adults.
Everything that is raised there will go to the educational wing of our organization. And last year we raised over $10,000 with a silent auction that we had, and all of that will go towards probably hiring someone to increase our work with juniors and in the schools.
Registration for Ladies' Day starts this morning at 8:30. You can get a discounted ticket and enjoy drinks and food specials and so much more.
Well, new this morning, we're learning more about the Republican mega donor who bought several Savannah real estate pieces from Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Now, we've told you Thomas, who is from Savannah, admitted that he failed to report the purchase of those homes and the lavish trips he took with billionaire Harlan Crow in the past. And as Brian Todd reports, the billionaire is connected to a case that actually went before the Supreme Court.
Recently, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas declared in a statement that his dear friend, Republican megadonor Harlan Crow, did not have business before the court. But CNN has learned that's not true. CNN's Ariane DeVogue reports a company related to Crow did have business before the court in the mid-2000s, and Justice Thomas didn't recuse himself from the case.
There really was a direct conflict of interest, and it just makes the whole thing a whole lot worse.
Records show that in January 2005, a dispute over a copyrighted architectural drawing appeared before the Supreme Court. One of the disputing parties, a company called Metric Holdings Limited Partnership. While Harlan Crow's name does not appear on a caption of the case, a disclosure statement says the corporate parent of Metric Holdings is Trammell Crow Residential Company. A statement from Crow's office says the Crow family at the time had a non-controlling interest in the Trammell Crow Residential Company. The statement says at the time of the case, Trammell Crow Residential operated completely independently of Crow Holdings, and, quote, neither Harlan Crow nor Crow Holdings had knowledge of or involvement in this case, and Harlan Crow has never discussed this or any other case with the justice. Also, the Supreme Court declined to hear the case at the time. Still, one watchdog group is concerned.
When you have an entity that is connected to this person who's given all sorts of favors to Justice Thomas, by the time we're getting into wholly owned subsidiaries and exactly who has a controlling interest and who doesn't, we're way past the kinds of issues that create real appearances, real problems that the American people would be concerned about.
Recent reports by the investigative news outlet ProPublica revealed that Justice Thomas and his wife Ginny accepted luxury travel and gifts from Harlan Crow for decades, and that in 2014, Thomas sold 3 of his family's Georgia properties to Crow. Thomas didn't disclose the real estate deal and most of the travel in filings. Thomas responded that he was advised he didn't have to report the travel, but a source believes he will amend his filings in the real estate deal. Also, word of another potential conflict of interest with this beleaguered court. Politico and CNN report that in 2017, a Colorado property then co-owned by newly sworn-in Justice Neil Gorsuch was sold for nearly $2 million to the CEO of prominent law firm Greenberg Traurig, a firm that's had numerous cases before the court, including at least one where Gorsuch sided with a ruling in favor of the firm's client. Records show Gorsuch disclosed the sale of that property in filings, but the section listing the buyer was left blank.
Now, Justice Thomas is not commenting on the reports concerning him.
Former South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh is now facing new indictments. The indictment says that Murdaugh didn't pay his taxes in 2020 and 2021. He was previously indicted in December of 2022 for tax evasion from 2011 through 2019. Murdaugh is currently fighting his conviction and life sentence for the murders of his wife and son.
Heading out the door, let's check out traffic before you do. Starting live in the Low Country where you see no issues. As you take a look at Savannah, nothing going on there, but keep in mind if you live out on the islands, Tybee, Wilmington, they are having those power issues. So go slow, even though things are moving along and it's only going to take you 20 minutes to make it from downtown to Tybee. There are those hazards this morning, but good news, even though we got the hazards out there, no accidents to report. Here's a live look from Highway 21 at Gulfstream Road in Port Wentworth. Lots of folks already starting to get out on this hump day. Check out traffic anytime. Doesn't matter when you get out. Just head to our website, wjcl.com/traffic for all the very latest.